Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched WWE SmackDown Live episode 1014 and 205 Live episode 113. These both aired on January 22nd, 2019, and this is week 4, part 2, 2019. So mainly, the primary thing I have to say about these two shows is friggin' Rey Mysterio versus Andrade Cien Almas. Oh my god. Crazy. Holy crap. Go watch this match. It's the main event of this episode of SmackDown, and it is fantastic. And from the start of that match till the end of 205 Live, it's just Lucha Libre to the max. Because we also have, over on 205 Live, Gran Metalik versus Humberto Carrillo, and the triple threat between Kalisto, Hideo Itami, and Akira Tozawa. So those two matches, if we didn't have Almas versus Mysterio, yes, I'm going to keep calling him by his full name, although they took them away. He's just Andrade now, but it's easier to say Almas. I like that name more if you're going to say just one name. But anyway, if that match wasn't there, then these two other matches would have just been stole the show, but they had a really tough act to follow. And I think this whole upcoming Royal Rumble weekend has a tough act to follow because there's such ridiculous stuff going on in this match. I'm just gonna start with talking about this match because there's some good stuff the rest of the night, but there are three moments in particular that were just fantastic. First of all, we got this super power bomb from Almas off the sit out power bomb off the top rope. What? I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I know it has happened before because I was looking at discussions online and everything. I haven't seen those matches. This is a first for me. It blew my mind. I gasped. I was yelling. I was throwing things out the window. But I did shout. I yelped. I swore a bit. Also, let's see, another of Rey's destroyers, but this one was different again from the previous times. And that was awesome. It had all kinds of Hurricane Rana variations in this match. And then also his penguin slide into, oh my god. Usually, we've seen it a couple of times before. It go into a splash to the outside of the ring. This time it turned into a sunset flip power bomb into the freaking barrier. How did just the slide itself was so awesome when he busted it out a couple months ago for the first time, and now I'm speechless. This is so freaking cool, and this is a crazy match. Crazy awesome match because there are multiple moments that were played on instant replay 2 or more times. That's when this match is golden. Absolute legendary. Absolutely legendary. So it was a 2 out of 3 falls match. That super power bomb got one of the pins. That Destroyer got another pin. So one for Almas and then one for Rey. And then they were just going full force for 10 minutes. And Rey hits the 619 and is about to go in for the kill. Samoa Joe sneaks it in and just wrecks Rey and starts to cut a promo about the Royal Rumble because he already sent a message earlier in the night by defeating Mustafa Ali. Did he defeat him? Yeah, he choked him out with the Coquina Clutch. And then out out of nowhere, one of the best instances. I think it was the first one of the year actually. The RKO out of nowhere, and Randy Orton ends the night standing tall, and yeah, this gets me so excited for the Royal Rumble match, and I really don't know who I'm rooting for now. I last episode I said that I was rooting for Seth, and I still am. As far as the Raw people go, I'm rooting for Seth, unless Finn. That match takes place before their Rumble match, and he loses, and then he enters the Royal Rumble as the Demon. Oh, that could be interesting. To get his rematch against Brock Lesnar. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Because he said something on Twitter that he's like, it's going to be Finn the Man going against, I tried to do his accent like very slightly, that takes on Brock Lesnar on Sunday. But if he goes against Brock and then loses, he has another chance. If there's still the Royal Rumble match, he summons the Demon, wins the match, wins the Royal Rumble, and gets his rematch as the Demon at WrestleMania. That'd be pretty sweet. It would be too sweet, of course. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, like, man, almost winning the Rumble would be awesome. Joe would be winning would be awesome. Randy Orton getting a new record as the most Royal Rumble wins. I would be pretty excited for that. And of course, Rey Mysterio winning would be awesome. Would he challenge Daniel Bryan or AJ Styles, whichever the two is the champion come WrestleMania, or would Rey challenge Brock Lesnar? Ooh, maybe. But anyway, so I don't know. I'm excited for this match because I have no idea. There's so many possibilities now, and there's so many possibilities for the women's match too. Like, it seems like there's a whole lot more uncertainty in these two matches than there usually is. So I'm pretty excited. Okay, so let's talk about what else happened on this show. We opened with Becky, Asuka, Charlotte doing stuff, and Becky rebukes. That's not a word. She responds to attack by Asuka and beats her up pretty good. And she uses her jacket as a weapon even. So that was a nice opening. Charlotte just kept out of it. She had no involvement in the brawl between them. So that was a good move on her part. We had Naomi versus Mandy Rose. Mandy won after a distraction by Sonya Deville. So a lot of people talking about, oh, this was the payoff to all this? What the heck? No, this is the first time they go head to head. This is not the last time that they're going to go after each other. You think she's just gonna be okay with Sonya Deville helping Mandy Rose win? No, she's gonna be banned from ringside next time or something. But yeah, it was interesting. It was a lot quick, and it was pretty quick, and it did happen mostly during commercial break. It felt like. Then we had The Miz versus Cesaro. Let's see. Cesaro won this match via the neutralizer, with a little bit of help from Sheamus, and but there is some scuffling going on between him and Shane throughout the match. Shane helping The Miz, especially when Cesaro had his feet up on the ropes, trying to cheat there, and Shane attacks Sheamus. But then the bar gets the upper hand, and as Shane tries to go for the elbow to the outside onto the announcer's table, things get turn around very quickly for them. And The Miz, laid out on the table, gets a big, heaping helping of Shane right through him with a double power bomb. So they both kind of died tonight. So they're probably gonna win on tonight. I don't know. Remember, they have the tag team championship match. The Bar is defending against the best tag team in the world, and now they can prove it that they are the best. An awesome promo from Mustafa Ali. It's similar to ones that he did over on 205 Live, with it has this very unique look in comparison to everything else on WWE television. And I love it. It's a great promo, and the main point of it is that it has no fear, only purpose. And so that was really cool. Got me hyped up for his match against Joe later in the night. Oh, Mustafa Ali winning the Royal Rumble would be amazing too. Why did I didn't even mention that? That would be fantastic. Then we had Vince McMahon moderate a face-to-face meeting with AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, but Bryan refuses to enter into the ring. He calls AJ a sociopath. He says a future with AJ as champion is an ignorant future. Then he rants about Vince's generation, saying that all they do is take, and how they've set us up for failure. And then proclaims that he's the champion of the planet. Then AJ attacks him because he refuses to get into the ring for a face-to-face. So AJ says, well, we will go face-to-face, but not in the ring. So he runs after him. They scuffle a bit. Gets him into the ring finally, but Daniel uses Vince McMahon as a body shield and hits AJ with a knee strike and gets the heck out of there. So I'm pretty excited for this match. I think it's gonna be a good time, and I would love it if AJ wins the championship back, but I am really enjoying Daniel Bryan as champion as well, and maybe he can keep delivering this message until he finally turns face against delivering that same message, gets everybody on his side, and makes as much of a difference as possible as far as preserving the planet, the environment, etc. I don't know. Great backstage thing with R-Truth and Carmella, where R-Truth says he doesn't want to challenge Brock Lesnar because he doesn't want to be taken to Sioux Falls City. I don't want to be taken to Sioux Falls City either. Carmella then confronts Charlotte backstage, warning her because she has the number 30 spot, that she's the what did she even say? I don't know, that she's like in control of everything. That's her Royal Rumble to win, basically. Then we had Joe versus Ali, which I already mentioned. Joe ended up winning the clutch, but Ali got in some excellent offense in this match. He had learned some lessons from their meeting last week, and was able to take Joe by surprise a little bit here and there. And like I said, this main event, 2 out of 3 falls, Rey versus Andrade, amazing. Go watch it. It's amazing. Over on 205 Live, Aiden English joins the commentary team, replacing Percy, for now anyway. And I thought he did an excellent job. It was his first time doing it as a live broadcast, of course. Pretty different from the first attempt being like on Main Event or something, where they can fix mistakes, etc., if they really need to. But I believe that they still try to film it like live to tape as much as possible anyway. But anyway, that's beside the point. In English, I thought did an excellent job, and as long as he's on there, I enjoy Percy as well. All of them on 205 Live commentary do a great job. So he was there with Vic Joseph and Nigel McGuinness. So the two matches that we had in this episode, Humberto Carrillo versus Gran Metalik, was great. Humberto's finisher, I don't even know what it's called. He did like I think Nigel called it like an Aztec press. But he does like a headstand in the corner and then bounces his midsection off the ropes, or his legs off the ropes, like his upper thighs off the ropes, into like a flip into a press pin situation. It was really cool. And there's some great stuff, other stuff throughout the match as well from both of these guys. So I would absolutely recommend this guy. This guy is growing on me quickly. Humberto Carrillo, excellent job. And Gran Metalik, excellent job as always. A quick backstage segment. Drew is so upset about Carrillo, I think, that he's just speechless. Then Tony, he wants a piece of Dar. He wants a rematch to just tear his head off or whatever. So maybe we'll get that next week. He said Drake Maverick said he would think about it. Then our main event of 205 Live, Tozawa versus Kalisto versus Itami. Buddy Murphy was at ringside and at one point interfered by hitting a triple suplex on all three competitors of this match. And I'd say it didn't really help anyone, but it did hurt everyone. So it helped everyone, but it also hurt everyone. He's really just trying to send a message like, hey, if you guys do this, I'll be right there to triple suplex all of you. Eventually, Hideo Itami pins Akira Tozawa, and he did that with the Sakura knee strike, which I am trusting Nigel McGuinness that is the actual name, that is the official name of his finisher replacement. I think that's the first time I've actually heard them call it something. But yeah, both these matches were great. The main event of SmackDown Live, though, fantastic. Unbelievable. It's even better than last week's match. And even though there was an official one, I guess technically, Ray won, I think. But I don't know how disqualifications work for 2 out of 3 falls. And it didn't seem like they were talking about it because things were getting so out of hand there. But I absolutely wouldn't mind one bit if we had a best of 5 falls match between these two next week. Especially because I'll be there in person for it. And then a best of 7 falls, and then then the next week it's just the entire 2 hours is last man standing between Andrade Cien Almas and Rey Mysterio. And they could cut back to other people doing stuff backstage or whatever throughout the 2 hours, mix it up a little bit, but that would be crazy if they actually did that. That would be pretty cool. There was a moment, and I don't think I've seen anybody do this in the last, since I started watching WrestleMania 32, that somebody actually goes and gets some water to drink, cool off or whatever. That's how hard that these guys were going, that Ray took a second to go and grab some water real quick. I have seen it in New Japan matches because they frequently go 30, 60 minutes. But that was I think that's the first time I've actually seen it. I thought it was really cool. It was like a nice detail. Like, these guys are exciting themselves. They're going like full force at each other. They're gonna get they're gonna overheat. They're gonna get thirsty. They're gonna need to wet their whistles so that their throats don't close up and they run out of oxygen, etc. Anyway, that's it. This is a awesome episode of SmackDown. Man, I'm excited. Phoenix is going to be great. Okay, so let me know what you thought about SmackDown and 205 Live this week by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, wherever. And join me next time where I'll be talking about this week's episode of NXT and NXT UK. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you later. Bye.